All right, so there she is. She looks good. So I've got to find a bunch of stuff back here. I'm going to go in and go through the other way. I've got to also use the restroom, which I have one in the van, thankfully. I don't know if that would be prudent to use my toilet. All right, I'm back in her. It's a little toasty in here. It's a little toasty. Everything looks good. Everything's still working. Whoops, working fine. Don't need anything. Yeah, I got like a shower curtain for the shower. I got all this extra stuff to be off grid and the extra power bank, which wasn't plugged into solar. So now I have to charge the solar. So that's fine. It'll charge pretty quickly. But yeah, I should probably want to plug in. Is that going to work? Oh, there we go. Okay, so that's fine. I can leave that on. That's only going to take 7 watts and I'm putting 51 watts in. Some stuff fell down. That's okay. So yeah, let me figure out. I need to go under the bed on the other side. I need to get some my outdoor running shoes. Don't really have anything else hidden back here. So, I need straws, which I know are bad, but I can't really. I have TMJ, so sometimes drinking directly from a glass, I end up drooling or spilling it. There's my other camping stove. I should probably get a bag somewhere. And I finally got a pedicure, by the way, so that was good. Yeah, you never really see the lower half of me, but anyway, there it is. I've got a little lunch bag in here. I've probably got food. There's no mice, which is nice. No mice, which is nice. Yeah, so probably grab some extra food and stuff, first aid kits and all that, so I can do some actual camping since I can't really boondock anywhere. So yeah, maybe go from the ski valley and go do that. So yeah, let me just enjoy a little bit of time in the van here. And then we put the new license plate on the back, so that's good. I don't have a bike rack now, so I can't really take my bike anywhere. It's crazy. Oh, this is funny. Happy birthday. You're unbelievable. So I actually need that because I'm going to send that to some friends or a friend, whoever's birthday it is. I don't know. What else do I have? Farmington. Never been there. That's actually a pretty cool mountain bike place. Just so damn hot right now. Got another bag which you can put a water bottle into. Okay, so I'm going to make a bag together if I have a bag to put the stuff in. My car's sitting over there idling right now because I had to leave the AC on because my computer bag's in the back. But anyway, okay, let me get my stuff and cry about not having my van. All right, I feel like I just robbed my own house. I'm just like, it's so hot outside. Okay, I grabbed everything I need for, well, most everything I need for hiking, mountain biking. I even got my really cool overnight backpack that is the only thing that's going to save my spine. It still has the tag on. I got it from a company. They sent it to me a couple years ago. Not Osprey, but a third-party company where they sell things for cheap. And yeah, it was on sale and I wrote to them and said, can I just have it? And they sent it to me. I also got my safety third. I got my life jacket because I think there's a really nice lake that we may go to nearby that we can drive right up to. And yeah, thank you. Another company sent me a paddleboard. Same company that sent me 1 year ago, where I got destroyed on the top of the roof of my van. Bye, Prudence. Bye, girl. I miss you. You're so hot inside. Anyway, so yeah, they're so good here. They're gonna take it somewhere on Monday to go get checked out. But anyway, back to my life. So, my dwindling life. Anyway, yeah. So I'm gonna. There's a couple lakes. It's just so damn hot, during the day, that I need to go to a glacier lake. And I would love to go to Trampas Lake up there again, because I think it's not really that hot, because it's 11,000 feet. I would love to do that, but you've got to hike 6 miles and I'm not hiking 6 miles with a paddleboard. I can barely go 10 minutes with whatever. So okay, so now I'm taking the frontage road back. Such a beautiful day. It looks beautiful, but it's hot as hell. It's only 89, but because we're at 6,500 feet or almost 7,000 feet, it feels a lot hotter. But it's a dry heat. So anyway, but yeah, so I've got everything. I've got a bunch of swim stuff so I can go swimming at the community center. Got my goggles. I've got my portable shower. So I'm going to sort out all of the gear that I have for overnight camping, because it's all ultralight, and the only thing is I have to bring tons of water. But I have a life straw where you can just like drink straight from the river, like in this straw, which I'll drink it dry. But you have to be careful because there's a lot of livestock and cows and things up in these like remote areas, especially if you're in like a area that's like Native American, because they have the rights to have their cows roam freely. So you get giardia. I think it's giardia. It's like you can get dysentery. So the water is maybe not healthy to drink in some of the higher level. You think it would be like the, you know, the mountain streams. So you have to probably get pH sticks and stuff. I don't know. I got to see on Amazon what there is to use to check the water. But there's also a portable water filter that's like USB charged that I saw on Amazon that I saved. So I might just end up getting that. It's really little, so it just filters the water through. So that might be good to refill the collapsible water bottles that I plan on bringing. But the most probably I could go if there's no stores along the way, like if you're doing the Taos or Santa Fe to Taos Trail, which is 130 miles, takes 2 weeks. There's no way I would survive 2 weeks. I'm like, I would have to carry gallons of water with me. So I could probably do a 3-day overnight hike in the ski valley. I could hike in like 3 miles, go slow with my stuff, set up camp, maybe go to Nambe Lake, which I think is 3 miles, or continue on to Lake Catherine, but that's like 13 miles. So, but I would have to be with somebody else because I need to have them help me carry my fluids, because I drink tons, because I don't have the hormone in my brain that tells my brain to hold the water in me. Anyway, there's a National Guard Armory. Thank you. Got my ID card. I'm legal again. I'm just kidding. I have so many IDs now. I'm like, I have like more IDs than, well, I have like one, you know, bank card, but then the rest are like national park passes and state park passes and all that. So, yeah, if anybody ever steals my wallet now, they'll be like, you know, I have, you know, what is it, like one of those prepaid, I make sure my wallet doesn't have stuff that's going to be useful to anyone. So like one of those prepaid Visa cards just for emergencies, and then a bunch of IDs. Well, my driver's license, maybe they would use that, but the picture is so hideous because the guy zoomed right in on my face. I was like, dude. And that was when my license got stolen, when I got robbed in Costa Rica, or burgled. But yeah, so then we have, then I have my state park passes. So really there's nothing in there that, unless they want to go outside and recreate, there's nothing in there that would be of value. Just a bunch of fun stuff to do, like go to the national parks. But I mean, now, like if a foreigner, like, you know, someone from Australia came to visit and robbed me and got a national park pass, it'd probably be super valuable, because now I think it's $250 for the annual pass instead of $80, and foreigners have to pay the foreigner price, which, by the way, if you travel to other countries, everybody's actually okay with the foreigner price, because every country has a foreigner price. Even when I went to like the Taj Mahal, there was a different price for foreigners. And even at the Indian train stations, you had foreigners and freedom fighters in one line, and then everybody else in the other line. So every country has 2 different prices for tourist stuff. So nobody actually really cared about it. Nobody, like, I mean, everybody understood that there's going to be a different price because it comes out of our taxes. And if you're a foreigner visiting, tourist, and you want to go to national parks, well, apart from buying the pass, you're not really contributing. So, because you're not working here. So yeah, there's stuff like that. But actually everyone, you know, kind of was like, oh, $250. But then they're like, you know what though? Like, even if like foreign tourists are okay with it. So quit your whining. Yeah, we're just getting on par with every country. And I've been to 90, and I always had to pay a different price for museums and tourism places. Even the Eiffel Tower, I think, had a different price for residents versus, or citizens of France versus, you know, tourists that attempt to speak French. I think they literally just were like, we're going to charge you more for your terrible high school French. I'm like, I'm sorry, I learned French in England. It's, you know, like with a North London British accent. So it just came out like word vomit. But anyway, yeah, so that said, where do I go? Oh, I think I go over here. Yeah, just kind of moseying on. I think I go straight. Oh no, I can't go straight. I have to go this way. It's really weird, like the frontage road kind of cuts off a little bit. But let me go this way. I don't want to get on the freeway for some reason. I'd rather just go this way. It's a prettier drive. Yeah, I think I can go the back way here. There's a prison down here as well. I think it's that way. We always see like the road crews, like the orange jumpsuits, but there's a state prison. I don't know if it's like the Huntsville State Prison outside of Houston, where you actually have like death row, which is horrible. I felt so uncomfortable there. I went to the prison museum thinking it would be educational, but all it did was glorify really bad people. And I did a video on it, I think, where I just didn't feel the fact that like the people hanging out there were the bailiffs, or whatever they call the wardens in the prison across the road, and the things they were saying to each other about the inmates, and it just was a really bad vibe. And there's some very heinous, terrible people that are in that Huntsville State Prison. Yeah, I don't wish anything bad on anyone, like, except extreme dysentery. Like, if you kick puppies or you abuse kids, or, you know, like, if you abuse kids, I think you should just go be thrown into the Huntsville State Prison general population and let them deal with you. Save the taxpayers some money. Yeah, no, I have no tolerance for that. I think that there are some people that just need to be locked away for the rest of their life. They do really bad stuff to dogs and kids. I'm actually now a dog person. Cannot believe that. I've been babysitting these dogs for a few months, and I'm like, I'm being swayed. I'm being turned to the dog side. Get it? Anyway, okay, so now I'm on this shitty road. So much construction here. I should let this guy go. Let me get over. Go ahead, dude. You're going 50 and a 35. I'm like, in your Honda Civic. Yeah. So, yeah, speed limit is 50, but the little sign says 35. Okay, so I'm done with my day. I'm actually going to go back to the house because it's so hot and I don't want to be in the car anymore. I need to unload everything that I just grabbed. I just want to go over here. Whoops. What are you doing, dude? Oh, that was... Who designed this? There's no lane to go straight. I think we're like... That guy was going really fast to that red light. How'd that work out for you? Like, there was no lane. The lane ended, and we all kind of are in like a non-lane right now. This person behind me is screaming at me with their hands. Why are you angry? I'm just trying to not get veered off the road by construction. Like, I think somebody moved the cones. Yeah, all the cones are like off their rockers. They're off their little black donut that they sit in there. I think they got blown around because there's no lane. There was no lane for me to go to right there. I don't need any more crashes. I don't need to get hit by anyone or have random orange road cones smack into my vehicle. But no, I got to unload everything. I've got a lot of stuff for the paddleboard. I've got like a cooler that connects onto the front of the paddleboard, and obviously my my life jacket, my swim gear. And then I got the stuff for camping and some extra clothes and some food and stuff like that. So yeah, no mice. Really happy there's no mice. And I didn't even have my key and my door was locked, so I got to unlock my van with my alarm system on my phone with an app. Because this 2-week period I've just got doctor's appointments, so I wouldn't be going anywhere anyway. But maybe Sunday, maybe my friend and I can go drive out to the lake and maybe go dip in the lake or something and get this paddleboard done. I don't have I have a pump that came with it, but I need to get an electrical pump. I need to get one that's a little bit easier. Where am I going? Oh, I'm gonna go straight. Yeah, this is kind of the nice little slow way back instead of taking the freeway, which will only take 2 minutes, but I'm taking Rabbit Road. So, but yeah, that's that. So that was my day, nothing else. No, so I was kind of jabbing on the guys about how England beat Mexico in the semifinals. I don't know, the round of 16. And now they advance against Norway tomorrow. So I'm going to coerce my friend into us watching it on TV tomorrow afternoon. I'm like, we've got to watch the England versus the Norway game. It's going to be a good game. Norway's never made it this far in the World Cup, so, and they're doing that whole Viking row thing, and I think the Vikings and the British probably have some sort of ancient rivalry going back to like 2000 BC. I'm pretty sure there was some sort of Nordic strife with the Celtics and the Gaelics and the English. I don't know. My rivalry history is a little fuzzy. Where am I? Oh, I know where I am now. Okay. Alrighty. So now I'm gonna figure out how to get home. I'm on Cerrillos. I do not want to be on Cerrillos. Okay. I'm going the long way. I made a wrong turn. Boo. Now I'm kind of like over by the stores. I don't have to go anywhere though. It's okay, I'm only like 2 minutes away. Okay, great. Well, I will see you guys later. All right, this is all the stuff I got from the van. I'm gonna unload it, and yeah, I've got some of these like camping food, but I think they go bad soon. I think they go bad in like, I don't know. I'd rather just like bring a sandwich. But this one looks good, Kung Pao grilled chicken. But yeah, I think they should be good. I mean, I think they went bad in July for one of them, and August, and it's only just beginning of July now, so they might still be good. I don't know, we'll find out.